Alright, welcome back. So, I got my hands on this account once again, and I was asked the question, can I solo dragon? Because there is a tournament around the corner, a dragon tournament to be very specific, whenever the launcher goes off. There we go. So, the dragon tournament. Raid the Dragon Slayer only using champions from the Sacred Order faction and win incredible rewards. So, personally, having the information we have now, I would not do this event because they split up the prisms here. You're not gonna be able to use a prism summon from completing one of these events, so you will have to do both. And the way I view it is that the prism pool is just not good enough to spend those resources, which is you getting an epic champion out of this pool, with most of them being absolute garbage or just not useful at all. And if you do happen to get a legendary, sure, He-Man is a good PvE champion these days, nothing else but that. Armans is good for PvE mostly, still good PvP, not as good as he used to be. Brogni is useful, especially if you go into the tightest teams, you want to get that going early on. And Kymar, of course, always good to speed farm dungeons and reset and Doom Tower and whatnot, but I just don't think the resources are worth it. But for those that want to do it, you are going to think about, can I solo dragon? Because that's usually the type of content we see from most content creators and what most people want to do, because when you do solo a dungeon, well, that means you can bring more food champs, meaning you can also double dip with a champion training event, or you can level up and progress your account while you're already doing something else, essentially getting more efficiency from your energy. And to do that, you need one champion to be able to do the dungeon. Essentially, the boss itself, when you say solo dungeon, you usually don't mean solo all of it. More often than not, you're going to have other champions to help you through the run. But essentially, the champ that's actually doing the boss on its own is the solo champion. And this account is a fairly new account, as you can see, 7.4 million. It's a high level one, but it hasn't been playing super long. There's been some low amount of spending involved. We do not have a very developed Great Hall, which is typical for a younger account. This takes years to finish. Like when you're gold 5 in Classic Arena and you do all your free battles, all your Classic Arena resets, and you win all of your fights, or 90% of them at least, you will be looking at about 1k gold tokens per week. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depends on how efficient you are with it. So yeah, this is a slow grind. And the 1k tokens, as you can see, is the difference from level 9 to level 10. So yeah, you're not gonna progress this very fast. So how do you progress this? Well, first of all, we need to find a Sacred Order champ. We're gonna filter. I'm gonna show Sacred Order here. I'm gonna show you my thought process to see, can this account solo it? How do I reason? How do I build a team? How do I think about these things? Just as a little short. We will be looking at Sacred Order champ. We're gonna see if there's anything in Master Reserve Vault to be useful. First of all, that comes to mind, most people have it, it's Ezio. Ezio can absolutely solo dragon. Why is that? Well, he's a poison champ, so essentially, regardless if it's dragon normal or dragon hard, you will always be... The most easy champs to build to solo this dungeon is a poison based champ. Poison damage does so well against dragon. They're really good at the waves as well. There's not a lot of stuff going on in the waves that can stop you from just power plowing through them with poisons. And the dragon is the same. You stay alive during the attacks the dragon makes, and you try to poison the living shit out of it. Essentially, let the dragon take turns, kill itself while it has poison debuffs on. Ezio is fantastic for this, because not only is he a poison champ, he activates his own poisons. So if someone else has poisons, it's even more efficient, but he does not need it. He can also take the dragon out of the enraged state on his own, both on hard and both on normal, which is really good. That's where the dragon comes out with a stun and starts wrecking your entire team. What we're looking at is this poison sensitivity. He activates his own poisons. Essentially, it's like a big AoE nuke. That's how it works in practice. Um, we don't. This ability helps decrease defense. That's a counterattack if he's under veil, but we don't care as much about his crit. So the way this Ezio is built is pretty decent when I had a look at it. 6.5k attack is absolutely enough. It's not essential. If you can't reach high attack values, don't bother too much with it. The damage comes from the poison and the poison activation. Having high attack on the other hand helps if you have Arachno Elixir Relic, which is a relic that makes all of your poison debuffs do bonus damage based on your attack. Which is essentially, you will get it because it's a blue relic that comes from Faction Wars. So it's just a matter of time. You're gonna get one and you're super happy, then you want another one, and then you don't need more, and you're gonna get about 10 more, and you're gonna be super frustrated, annoyed, and screaming to RNGesus. We're looking at HP. For Dragon Normal, I think about 35 to 45k HP is fine. For Dragon Hard, you wanna go at 45, preferably to maybe 55k HP. Defense is super solid. Around 2.5k defense is enough for Dragon Normal, and about around 3k is definitely enough for Dragon Hard, and most dungeons hard, that is. 225 speed is solid. I'd prefer to see it higher, especially for a champ like Ezio, who's very proficient in arena as well as in PvE. The reason being that if a lot of enemies are in Stone Skin, he will, instead of putting poisons, he will place bombs on them. And to do that and get maximum value out of that, it's essential that you go first. You're not going to go first a lot of times at 225 speed. You need to be at 350 plus. On a younger account, on a smaller account, anything around 300 is superb. Really, really nice. 225 is solid. That's where I usually try to aim PvE champs that are like supports, utility, debuff, spreaders, and stuff like that. The crit rate, completely irrelevant. We don't care about crits at all. I assume the crit damage came with the gear set. 71% is still enough that if you have a crit boost champion, like a champ that can boost your team's crit rate, or with an aura or an ability, you're still gonna get pretty high, so you will throw in some crits. The accuracy is fine for a Dragon Normal, lower stages of Dragon Hard, but pretty low still. For a higher arena, like Live Arena, and higher tiers of Gold Arena up to Plat Arena, it's absolutely too low, but this is not what we care about right now. Stat-wise, absolutely solid, nothing to talk about there. What we can do immediately is, let's look at the blessing is perfect, lethal dose. This is the PvP blessing. You'd use this in arena. For PvE, you could also go cruelty to decrease defense over time. You could go intimidating presence to get more value out of his aura, his speed aura in all battles. If you get the accuracy high, you can use brimstone. But overall, I'd say lethal dose would be what I use as well, because he's this hybrid champ. Relic wise, we would be looking for an Arachno Elixir. So let's see if we find one here. No poison relics at all. There's poison relics from Green Forest that throw out extra poisons as well. We don't have those. So instead we're gonna go with something to boost his survivability then, to make sure that he stays alive fighting that dragon. Just throwing something like this, just for the stat, HP, attack, accuracy. This is super solid choice. I thought myself, there we go. Golden Elixir is what I'm gonna go with. For those of you that have Donatello, this works similar to a Donatello. Your HP doesn't go as low, but what happens is that if your HP drops below the 50% HP threshold, you're getting a big heal. And the more you level it up, well, you're healing more. That's pretty much it. Gemstones, I mean, for PvP, there's nothing here I would choose, but there's a golden one, a legendary gemstone here that can give you more bomb damage. We don't have that, and we're gonna focus on the dungeon one, so you're not gonna use it either. You could go this, that it takes 5% less damage from the boss. Really solid. You could go this to stack up accuracy over time when you're fighting the boss. This is useless. This could work if you're getting debuffed a lot, but no, we don't count on it. I'm probably gonna go this 10% more damage in dungeon battles. That's gonna help out a bit. Essentially giving you that extra oomph of damage. It's like simulating a crit when you don't even have it. I'm gonna upgrade it a little bit. This relic might be sold at a later point when you get Arachne Elixir, then you're just gonna be happy you leveled it up anyway. So having it leveled up, no harm in that. Wow, you see, we got attack up, we got accuracy up, we got 14% heal if you drop below 50% HP. Already better. We got attack really high now. Accuracy is good. For Dragonheart, 350 would be enough for an Ezio. For around 400 would be ideal. Another thing I would do is go and ascend the bottom row pieces on all. Always do this on all champions that you feel you're happy in the build with. And I would only ascend the 2 levels. The levels that use the lesser oils, because these are easily farmable at the lowest level of Sandoval, and it's gonna be a bump in stats for champs, no matter how early game you are. As soon as you have access to Sandoval farm like stage 2, 3, it's not a big energy input and you get a huge value for it, and you're gonna know how good potential a gear piece can have. So let's go ahead and do that. We got flat HP, I mean let's take it 2. We can re-roll it at a later point if we want it. Then we would want more attack percentage if we get Arachne Elixir, because the attack increases the damage from the poisons, remember? But flat HP is helpful, it increases survivability. We do the same with the chest and the boots, and oh look at that, the HP percentage helpful for survivability. Again, we're looking for survivability and attack pretty much. Defense, not too happy about that, but hey, let's go with defense anyway. We got it to 2, we can re-roll at another time. We don't roll the upper row pieces because these are most likely to change at a later point. Upper row pieces generally are easier to roll right than the bottom row pieces, because you have the main stat that needs to be correct as well. Do we have any oils here? Yes, we do have oils here. The same thing goes with Shogun. Always roll to 2, farm the lowest possible stages when you can, get a big bank of oils, get a big bank of the extracts. It's gonna help you later on. You're gonna thank yourself for doing that. Let's get just a little touch of speed here and there. We got the 1-star speed to make it more feasible for most people. Most people can relate with this. Most people don't have the largest glyphs. Get the speed up here. Like again, nothing big, just get some more stats on everything, more stats, throw me champ, number go up, neuron activation in Monkey Head, you know how it goes. Just +1 speed glyphs on 6 or 7 gear pieces, that's 6 or 7 more speed, and it can make the difference of an entire battle. Get that accuracy up a little bit, more debuff security. Yeah, and then there's the accuracy. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this after that. And we can give it a spin, give it a try, see how it goes. Alright, Ezio complete. Helm Smasher, I don't know if I would go with this. Ideally, if you want to use Ezio as a wave clear later on, you can use him in the same build for Dragon as well as Ice Golem, but then you don't want to proc any of these bottom 3. Reason is that they proc the Ice Golem passive ability, which will make him smash your entire team to shreds, so you don't want to hit that hard. And Ezio's damage mainly comes from poisons, and he can still buff, so I would go the support tree and defense tree. Not too keen about this. You know what? Let's We have a free reset. Yes, let's use that. And I'm gonna show you a typical way to manage. Okay, what masters do I need? So we do Ezio Hell Hades. Super good tool here. We scroll down, yada yada yada. We go PvE masteries, or let's check the PvP masteries. Yeah, they go Helm Smasher. Strongly disagree with that, because in PvP you will be doing damage with poison and bombs, not actually A1s and A3s. So let's see, Wave Clear, Nuker. So I'd go something, the support tree I agree with, the War Master optional, I'd say. So I'm gonna go with the support tree. We're gonna use this, we're gonna use this. What I might want is the Sniper or Master Hexer. Master Hexer is definitely the most impactful, and Eagle Eye is actually worth going for. So we're gonna go with this tree here, this build here, but we're gonna go with Eagle Eye instead of the War Master. It's gonna up your tempo, it's gonna increase your chances of landing shit, especially in both PvE and PvP, and you can stick with the same build for longer. So yeah, I think that's very helpful. So we're gonna go like that. And we have a super stable game at the moment. Fantastic, there we go. This tree is something I would consider going if I think I might not be able to survive waves or boss, but I think his stats are good enough, and this especially is super effective, because this can actually proc from his poison abilities. So you have a 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of random skill, which is his AoE poison activation. Super helpful against the boss. So let's try that out. You also have this Cycle of Magic, so we're gonna go that as well. This helps to keep his HP steady. Now we have both the cooldowns here. This helps against the dragon. We're gonna go Whirlwind of Death, very solid for when you're soloing content. Lasting Gifts, you can extend the veil on him. And we go like that. Very funky, very weird, but it's very, very able to solo shit with this build. So we head over to Dragon. So here's the part where I explain what stage we're doing in this tournament. Like, if you can do Dragon hard super fast, you can do the higher stages, go ahead, do that. If there's a 3x speed event going on at the same time, absolutely go ahead and do that. You're gonna want those speed gear at Mythical, and you want those double, triple, quad rolls. Super important, and it's gonna be what makes you go fast in arenas and Tag Arena, Classic Arena, Live Arena. But when it comes to tournaments, generally speaking, if there's not a 3x speed event going on or 3x of gear set that you need at the moment, or maybe like now there's an in-between tournament, in between big events, or where you don't want to spend too much energy, or maybe there's a fusion going on and you're pretty tight on energy, you don't want to use energy refills from your vault or stuff like that, do stage 20. The reason being is that you're still getting 5 to 6 star gear here, so are you here as well. You have a higher chance of getting higher gear, but the odds of getting mythical gear is still very low. But the energy spent here is 16 on a run. That's not a lot compared to the 20 you spend here. Meaning every 4th run you do, you've saved in a 5th extra run. So it's about being as efficient with energy as possible. We want to be mindful of the affinity here. It's magic affinity. We're gonna remove the setup here. We're gonna go Sacred Order, and Generally speaking, this would not work too well. You might be weak hitting more, you're not letting as many poisons, and it's because of the affinity. So we're looking for the same affinity or a stronger affinity. So we're looking to battle a dragon that's either spirit or force. The magic one is the worst. So we're gonna go the spirit one. So there we go, Ezio. Alright, so now when he's in there, we're gonna look for more Sacred Order champs to keep him alive or boost him during the waves or just keep the tempo up, right? So we're doing, we're gonna filter, faction, we're gonna go Sacred Order. So these are options. Deacon, absolute legend of a champion. Speed aura, extra turns, decreased defense. Ezio brings these things as well, but he also brings the leech. And him taking extra turn helps giving an extra turn where maybe both the dragon and yourself are 100% turn meter. You can still get more turn meter by doing that extra turn. So the game has 100% turn meter, 0 to 100%, but you can still keep gaining turn meter beyond 100%. So there's a max turn meter, and full turn meter is not the same in the game. But there's some champions that play around that a little differently, and we're not going to go too deep into that, but it helps having the extra turn. Wixwell, solid, keeping your team alive. I wouldn't go with Alice or Martyr here too much. More PV champ. Martyr is more faction wars kind of guy. Thanax is really strong but hard to build. He's only level 50 as well, so yeah, we're not gonna use him here. Not gonna be super efficient. But these two are solid already. Let's see if they're geared. Yeah, Wixwell definitely geared. Yeah, he's tanky enough to survive. He's gonna bring shields and stuff. And then we're gonna see, do we have the Deacon here? Yes, we do. He's geared. Not super fast. He's tanky enough to survive. He has accuracy to land shit. Yep, we can use this. Go with the fastest aura. If we have struggle surviving or taking a hit, then we go with Wixwell. So we're just gonna try this first. No particular extra champs here, because the rest of the slots we're gonna keep food. And when we've tried this, we're gonna see, okay, could we remove one of the champs here, maybe Deacon or Wixwell? Can we? Yes, great. Then we have an extra slot for a food champ. So we put the champs in. We do like that. The only thing I'm gonna do here is that on round 3, the dragon, I want us to open with this ability and then do the nuking. And we put that as priority 1. Reason being that the first thing dragon does after he's hit you is that he will go into his enraged state with his HP bar being marked in purple or pink, and that's when you need to do the first nuke, otherwise he will stun everyone and everything will be thrown out of whack. Deacon, always use that when available before using that. Wixwell is kinda... we wanna open that. Not super important to begin with, we're gonna put that at first priority and stay. And round 3 is the boss wave. So instead of reading round, think of this reading as wave. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. So we try that first. Give it a spin, see what happens. Sometimes what I do is I record the run and I see, okay, what's going on? Am I doing what I should? Did something go wrong? Where did it go wrong? Okay, maybe you need to delay another ability before you use it. Maybe you need to change something, and then you have that resource by having recorded your run to see, okay, it went wrong here, I need to change this. So I'm doing that on my other monitor right now. Everyone can't do it, but even if you're playing on mobile device or tablet, you're still able to record the run. You can look through it to see what goes wrong. It's like in a lot of other games, just see what goes wrong, learn from the mistakes, learn and adapt. As you can see there, Ezio just nukes the shit out of the waves. We want him to cycle back as fast as possible. Wixwell keeps everyone alive, and Decon decreases the defense AoE. There's the big nuke again. He picks them off one by one after already taking them to half HP. That's pretty much how it goes with Ezio here. Okay, so that's not ideal. So what we can remember here is that Ezio on wave 2 should only use his poison bomb once, instead of using it, wasting it again like that on a single target. And on boss wave 3, he goes 2 turns before the boss goes enrage, which means he should go A1, A3, and then A2 to make this not happen from the boss. So take notes of that. Otherwise, the run is already smooth sailing. Look at the damage. He's like clipping 15 to 20% HP each time he goes with A2. Alright, and the run is pretty much over. That's a just slightly above 2-minute run, and we can check afterwards if it's just tweak it a little bit more. Go here. What did I say? Round 3, we want him to... He's going to take 2 turns before the boss goes in rage. So we want that... We do this then. Open A1, then go A3, and then go A2. And on round 2, we only wanted him to use this ability once. So what we can do is have him open this ability, have him open it here, but not use it again. Have him open it there, not use it again. Which means when the round starts on wave 1, he's gonna use it, then he's only gonna use the other abilities, pick them up one by one. Second wave, same idea there. He will have it off cooldown because he didn't use it again on the first wave. And then on round 3 he will have it ready immediately, but he's gonna use it as the third ability. Alright? Now we're confident it works, we can throw in a super raid, but we're not going to because we're testing it. When you're gonna throw food champs in here, what you do is that you don't just throw them in here, then you break the team setup. What you do is you go to the preset here, find the team, we can rename it to Dragon Tourney. And then we can throw in food champs. We can go Reserve Vault, then we go Faction, we go Sacred Order, and we just do like this. There we go. Throw in these, and they will be in the tune, and it doesn't really matter what they do, but the other champs will do what they're supposed to do. Doesn't break anything like that. Make another run, make sure everything goes as planned. And he's gonna pick them off one by one. The food champs are dead, fantastic. Less extra time be spent by having those champs taking turns. Ezio picks these off one by one. Not the fastest, but definitely works. And also on the wave 2 and on the boss wave, it's gonna speed up a little bit more. First wave seemed to be a bit the tankiest. Alright, so he should open that. Yep. Then he picks them off. And what we learned here is that he could probably go with the 8-2 again on this wave, have it still be priority 1. Reason being that he's taking 2 turns before the boss goes enraged, so he should be 1 turn off having that poison bomb ability on cooldown. There we go. Boss didn't get the attack off, and it's smooth sailing from here on. Now, there's no issue with the survivability here as it seems, so I firmly believe we can remove the Deacon as well. Don't really need that leech at all, and Wixwell's shield doesn't go down. Like you see, the dragon takes the hit, does the hit, and Ezio's shield does not break, just not breaking. So we could definitely remove the Deacon here. Wixwell provides more survivability. What you could do here as well, if you don't have these extra champs, Deacon, a la most people have Deacon, is very accessible. Wixwell, not so much. You could bring a level 40 or 50 champion, just put them in a shield set, and that shield set is gonna last for enough turns for Ezio to rotate around the poison bomb. And yeah, that's your chill nice and easy solo farm. Good luck.